You're about to watch a recent lesson that I gave to a student called Phil. And I think this is going to be really valuable to you because I think it's really relatable. There's going to be so many things here that you're struggling with in your game. Now, Phil came to me struggling with his irons. He was hitting them too low. He felt that he lacked distance. And when he went into his longer irons, like his 6-iron, he didn't really feel that he hit that any further than his 7-iron. So it was kind of pointless him using that. So in this video, you're going to see how we analyse his golf swing, the drills and the changes that we went through, and the results at the end are incredible. So rewarding for me as a coach to see the changes that Phil went through. And like I said, there's going to be so much here that you can relate to. Right, let's jump into the lesson and meet Phil. But if you said strong club face or closed club face, you're straight away thinking left or low.
Yeah.
And exactly. You're either going to hit it left or you're going to have the handle forward to try and neutralise it. So that's straight away something where we go, okay, that we might tweak that. I'd rather not, because it's not necessarily a fault. It just tends to mean that you might have a low ball flight. If we can increase the ball flight and keep that, great.
Yeah.
But we'll see kind of where we are. And then on the way down, you are a little bit steep.
Yeah.
Okay. Which again, I'm not overly concerned with because we'll fix that with other things that we do. Grip's a little strong, which is why the club face gets strong. But again, I'm not overly concerned with that. That's fine. And then you go move it away from the ball. I really like this. Okay, really like this. Okay. And then if you look at your head position, use the hat and use those kind of slats, you'll see that as you get towards the sort of second part of that backswing,
There he goes.
tips, 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 tips. So at the top of the backswing there, you've probably moved 3 slats to the left. Okay. Now I'll probably know why, because of what you've said that you're trying to do. And then as you start your downswing, it goes further, further, further. And it probably doesn't go any further than this, but you've moved kind of 3.5 kind of slats forwards. Okay. Then if we look at the lower body, 1, 2, 3.5, maybe 4.
He was 4 there, mate.
Okay, 4. Now the reason that's an issue is because of what it does to your release. Okay, so if I was to just jump on the mat, and you can just stand wherever, mate, doesn't matter. So my right arm, my right forearm and the club shaft are not in a straight line. There's a bend there, okay? And when there's a bend there, it means that the distance between my shoulder and the club head is not as great as it could be. Okay, so if I was to straighten my arm and put it on your chest there, that reaches your chest. If I put a bend in there, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I have my hands forwards, this distance isn't as great as it could be. So what happens when you get to the top of the backswing and you start moving in front of the golf ball, you're basically getting so far in front of it, the only way you can hit the ball is to start to throw that club and make that distance as long as you can. Because if you didn't throw the club early and you held onto those angles, you wouldn't even reach the golf ball. So what's happening is because you're going from here and you're going so far forward, your brain's going, I better throw that club and make this line here as long as you can make it. Which helps you strike it, but it means you're wasting all the energy kind of here. So exaggerated, what we need to try and do is to get you to feel as if your head's back behind the ball, you're not shifting as far forward, and you're holding onto these angles for longer, so that when you do release it, you've got more speed at the bottom.
Yeah.
Because you're hitting down on the ball by about 2 degrees, 3 degrees, which is fine. That's giving you a decent quality of strike. Your path and face are great, but at the moment, what your body's doing is influencing what the club is doing. Okay, that's basically where your impact's got to be. Okay, so your head is going to be pretty much at setup and impact the same place.
Which feels miles beyond the ball.
Correct.
You know.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, but I mean that's good for if you're hitting it low, and I say keep your head back, and that's a good feeling, right? Because now you can have the hands a bit forward. You've got a little bit of bend in this right wrist. You can keep that distance a little bit shorter, and then just let the club go to about here. This is going to be your extended point. Okay, exactly. Yeah. So if I said to you, in your downswing, when is the club head as far away from your chest as it can be? It's there. That's the point. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's almost got to be where you feel that you get to.
Yeah.
And so if you're there at impact, you'll still be a little bit bent with the right arm, a little bit bent with the wrist, and then you're adding all this speed through. So I'm giving you handspan. There.
Yeah.
Okay. You can set that up. Dead simple. Club in your bag, something behind, anything like that really. Good. Right, now without hitting the stick,
Yeah.
try and move into an impact position. Beautiful, beautiful, really good. Beautiful. Impact. Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, back to the start. Okay, back so you hold it. Okay, down to impact. Good. How's that feel?
Different.
Different. So what you've got to do, if you're trying to take your golf swing from here to here, the first thing you've got to do is show this. Like get your golfing brain to really understand where that is.
So
Okay.
picture first.
You've got to picture exactly. I feel like I got sold this as a kid. If I said to you, "There's your drill," like stick there, set up, head back, do that. If I said do that 3 or 4 minutes a day, 100% guarantee you that drill will not change your golf swing. Because you're not hitting a ball, there's no speed, there's no force, it's not going to change your golf swing. All it's there to do is so you can really deeply understand where that position is.
Yeah.
So when you stand over the ball and I say hit a shot, you're right, I know where that position is now. And so you can start to connect the dots. That's all it's for. So what I was told as a kid was almost like, if you go into that 2 or 3 minutes a day, it'll change your golf swing. So I'd do the drill, go on the golf course, think of nothing, hit the shot, and I'm like, my swing's not changed. It's like the only way your swing will change is if you change it.
Yeah.
But that drill helps you kind of
Get a
grasp
feel for it.
exactly. So I want you to take a setup. I'm going to hold your head, and I want you to just hit some shots where you literally go that far.
Yeah.
So we're just starting to build impact at this stage.
Don't want to go too far.
Okay. So you can't hit the stick.
Right there, yeah.
Yep.
And then it's.
That's it. There you go. And just pitch it.
Yeah.
Just pitch it. Good. Perfect. Okay, launched it at 20.
It's better.
Better start, isn't it? I mean, it's only short and it'll change, obviously, but that's kind of more where we need to be. There we go. Now we're talking. 19.8 launch. Much better. Okay, thin.
Yeah.
Good, that's fine. Good.
One more.
Okay, I don't mind that, a little heavy, but that's fine.
Yeah.
So in terms of the things that generate speed, you've basically got 3 things that generate speed, okay? You've got some rotation, which you've got plenty of, so we don't need to worry about that really. You've got laterals, which you had too much of, and then you've got your verticals. Now, I don't know what your golf swing looked like 6 months ago, a year ago, but you were on about trying to create more verticals, but you were probably using too much lateral to do that. Now, if I simply said to you, try and touch the ceiling, never going to do that, okay? My attempt to touch the ceiling would not include any laterals, okay? All I would do is I'd simply go this way and then try and jump as high as I can. So I would be going down to then go up. Now, obviously in the golf swing, what we're saying is we do want some lateral, but what we need to do with you is feel like we reduce the amount of lateral and increase the amount of down. So when we do this, and you're trying to increase the kind of verticals, it's almost impossible to do that at slow speed, because it's if you show me how you jump at slow, it doesn't work. Exactly. So what we're going to have to do now is kind of go from that little drill almost straight up to kind of full speed. To make a backswing, I'm going to put a little pressure on your head, because your tendency is going to be wanting to go this way. So I'm going to keep a little bit of pressure on your head. So you're going to go backswing, and then I want you to feel as if you're going to go down towards the ground and then jump straight up for impact. If I said to you, don't add any lateral in at all, you would anyway, because you've got that.
Yeah, it's reaction.
Okay? Let's have a go. So don't hit the stick.
Yeah.
No shift. Down and jump.
And hit it forward.
Yep, hard as you can.
Ready?
Yep. Okay, a little heavy, it's fine. We've kept you more back, so that's to be expected. Okay, good. Hello.
A bit higher, wasn't it?
Now that was your longest 7-iron
Yeah.
and your highest 7-iron. What do you want? More distance, more height?
More distance, more height now
There you go.
for the launch.
So you launch it at 20. Okay. At the moment, I'm telling you to have no shift, which is a feel,
Yeah.
and it's not reality. So that idea won't last forever. So if I say to you, I want you to feel this, or I want you to sense this, it'll help, but you have to monitor it. You can't do that forever, because the longer you practice, the better you'll get at it, and you'll start to then not shift. So, and that's part of just, developing your game, is understanding what's something I can do now and in 10 years' time, what's something that might work for the next 2-3 months, but I'm gonna have to just, all I'm saying to you is every month, every few weeks, just pop your camera face on and just video it and see where it is. And
So I need reference points of where it's too extreme of holding back.
correct.
And where it's
Correct.
too extreme going that way.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, hello. Now we're talking. Okay, great. 20.8. Again, one of your longest ones.
Yeah.
The key for you is that head position, because what that does is it puts your upper body into this tilt,
Yeah.
and that's key. That's key.
That's been okay. Close on to that stick.
Yeah, you're close. More speed in the club head. Such a good shot. Such a good shot. There you go, 81.5. So you jump the club at speed up. Launch angle 19. That's a good place. Good place for your speed, that is.
Yeah.
We said you've got verticals and laterals.
Yeah.
If you max one out, you kind of stop the other one.
Yeah.
So if you want to max out your verticals, you take out the lateral.
Yeah.
But if I said to you slide, you lose your ability to go this. So the more you try and go up and down, you'll naturally go less forwards. You've literally got to feel like when you get to the top, you're going to go into the ground this way, and then you're going to push up that way. And it's this pushing up which kind of gets you extended and gets that launch higher. And that will then in turn increase the clubber speed. So I reckon you can get a little bit more speed. That was 81.5, which is great. Okay, more vertical, more down, more up. Okay, don't mind that at all. See speed's jumping up. Really good. So if I'm on a bathroom scale, okay, and that bathroom scale read something, let's say it said 100 kilos, for example.
Yeah.
If I said, get that 100 kilos to suddenly read 0, what would you do?
Step up.
You do this.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I'm dropping down. So you've got to feel when you get to the top, almost like, yeah. Okay, because that's how you start to go down. That's it. There you go. That's it. That's it. There you go. There you go. Oh, there we go. Now look at that. Now look at that. Okay. So your launch angle is 17, which is fine because you're at 18, 19 with your 7-iron. So it's come down a little bit, but I mean that's the one. If you want to get a little bit more energy into the golf swing, you've got to use the ground. And when you use the ground, it naturally creates a little bit of verticals. And what you have to do to strike it is you have to just develop that skill, which is, I mean, that was literally, that's perfect. Absolutely perfect. Yep, good. There you go. Much better. Much better. Much better. Yeah. So when we looked at your swing originally, when you got to here, which was kind of towards the end of your backswing, this had already started to go forwards. Okay. So at the moment, if you think in your downswing what you're trying to do, you might already have messed it up here. Okay. So you have to think a little bit about backswing as well. Okay. You have to almost kind of feel like, you have to feel like your head's staying behind the ball, because if your thought process is downswing, 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 when you finish your backswing, you're already in the wrong position. So you've got to feel like head back behind the ball, and then that down. Okay, that's it. That's it. Now lower. That's it, and then feel from there that you jump up. That's it. Okay, I like it. You changed something, which is good, which is why you didn't line it up at impact, but that was good. Great golf swing. Golf shot. Really good. So there's no reason why you can't do those movements and then build up to the point where you feel like your feet are moving a little bit.
Yeah.
And your feet are only moving because you're pushing upwards. So if I was to try and simulate a golf swing at pretty high speed and high force, then you see the kind of feet move. Now that might be a little bit extreme for a 6-iron, but it gives you that sensation of where that energy is coming from.
Is that what you were doing that on a driver?
More so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's with a driver, it happens more because you are wider. This is more behind your left foot.
Yeah.
When you actually go here and you put the pressure on that left foot, when I push, where does it push me? Backwards, because this is behind this.
That, and that foot would go back.
Correct. So you'll see more with the driver, you'll see this kind of this movement. With an iron, it's not as much because you're a little bit more on top. But I would absolutely have you, at home feeling like here. And if I said to you, as you go through the ball, jump, you'd naturally feel like you've got to get into the ground. So then do that. So backswing, go squat down, and then push through. There you go. That's the feeling. There you go. That's the feeling. Now blend it.
All in one, yeah.
Yeah. There you go. That's your feeling. Launch angle was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, one of your longer ones. It's good. Much better. So your launch angle was 17, carry over 160, path good. Yeah, nice.
Means?